Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business and let's wake up those football gods. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are ready. This is the week. Today, of course, happy Labor Day. Hope everybody's having a great holiday. The summer is gone. It is now time to get into the fall, and that means football. And the Dallas Cowboys, well, they are, of course, only 3 days, 10 hours, 15 minutes away from taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. The interesting thing is nobody gives us a chance. They say we've got none, that our defense is completely garbage, that Tom Brady, the GOAT, will just slice and dice, that Dak Prescott, between his shoulder and his foot, is literally coming off of a wheelchair to be able to try and play, and we will just be destroyed. And losing Zach Martin doesn't help the confidence of the Dallas Cowboys. When you lose an all-pro like Zach Martin, the best player on our team, the only top 100 player on our team, that's not good. Mike McCarthy said that he wants to turn the page on 2020 and make 2021 great. If the Dallas Cowboys don't get a grip on COVID, that's going to be what could derail our season. You look at how this has kind of made a wave through the team. We have had 8 players on the COVID list already, which is more than we had all of last year. And we haven't even got into week 1 yet. They've got to change. I know they have the rules for players with vaccination versus players without vaccination. That's a guideline. But what the players have to realize, and much like Michael Irvin actually said when players were hesitant about getting vaccinated, he said that you do everything for trying to win that championship. It's great that you got the vaccination, but what you also have to look at it from the standpoint of right now, between now and February, this is my job. This is my only focus that I need to be on. And those behaviors that can put you more at risk, you got to understand, with or without the shot, it doesn't matter if you're going to get sick or not. You're going to sit. And as this has gone through the offensive line, we can't afford to have the offensive line sitting because of COVID. We can't afford to lose a CD Lamb, or we can't afford to lose a Micah Parsons. And so you have to realize that all of your actions, you going out and getting it for somebody else and bringing it back to the team, affects the whole team. And this is where the players need to be laser focused and say, you know what, guys, here's what we're going to do to make sure we do not get COVID and we stop this shit now. It's all about football. And until they decide to do that, we're going to keep getting this stuff happening. So I hope and pray that the Cowboys come up with a plan, implement it, and that shit works. So this morning, of course, this will be the fun week, the countdown. Let's see what the haters have for us today. They've already basically said that the Cowboys have no chance whatsoever. And let's go to the tape.
Quality there.
Line has been drawn, America.
I like
All right,
Maine.
guys, NFL season starts in 3 days. You don't like it that much, Broussard. 3 days till we see Cowboys Bucks, but terrible timing for the news that Dallas received yesterday. They will be without all-pro guard Zach Martin for the opener after testing positive for COVID-19. A big blow up front for Dak Prescott, who needs that protection this season, and for Dallas as a team. Zeke called Martin our best player on offense. So that's the Cowboys situation. Flip over to the Tampa side. Tom Brady ditching the knee brace at practice after dealing with an MCL injury for most of last season. Brady said, "Oh, it's good for me to feel like I can move around freely. I had a knee sleeve on for 13 years. Just that little bit of compression keeps a hamstring from working the right way. You try to compress the knee to keep it more stable. but then you're also compressing the quad. This is the first time that I've been able to run and not think about it. I'm not going to turn into Michael Vick out there, but at least I'm not going to be super restricted. Watch out, Brady's run game in full effect. Nick, what chances do the Cowboys have, the Cowboys without Zach Martin, of beating the Bucs without Brady's knee brace?
Yeah, I mean, Zeke said it. It's called Zach Martin the best player on their offense. And I don't know if that's true, but it's certainly a strong argument can be made that he's the best player on their offense. And by the way, I should note, Chris Mortensen just tweeted about talking to NFL owners and GMs this weekend about the level of anxiety league-wide about COVID testing today. When so many guys were traveling this weekend, so many guys were back watching their alma maters play in the opening weekend of college football, or getting their last kind of weekend in before the season starts, that they worry there's going to be a lot more Zach Martin-type situations that come out of the testing today. So that's just something to keep an eye on. But for the Cowboys, I'd love to pick this upset, but they are not built the way you need to be built in order to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In my opinion, there's two ways to beat the Bucs that we saw last year. One is have a ferocious front seven, particularly defensive line, and constantly harass Brady. That's how New Orleans got him twice. That's how Chicago got him. That's where they had their real difficulties. The other way would be the way I thought the Chiefs were going to be able to beat them in the Super Bowl, which is high-flying aerial attack. And you might say, well, Dallas has that. Well, Dallas might have that at some point. But the fact that Dak Prescott is going to be taking his first live snaps since his leg snapped concerns me. The fact that he didn't get the time this offseason you would have liked to see him get in the preseason games to get on the same page with his receivers. Plus, Dallas's somewhat rebuilt back end seems ripe for Brady to pick it apart. So, Wilds, I'd love to pick your favorite player ever, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, your favorite team ever, to lose in week one. Unfortunately, Wilds, I cannot go out on that limb, and I'm going to say the Cowboys' chances are very, very, very slim.
A man of true integrity won't pick against Tom Brady and won't have mayonnaise poured all over him. There are lines that Nick Wright won't cross, America, and you have found them here. Broussard, I will, however, pick the upset. Last week I had it 33-28 Cowboys. After consulting with the meteorologists in the Tampa Bay area, it's going to be windy, it's going to be a little bit wet. I'm going to bring it down. Cowboys 24, Bucs 21 for two reasons, my friend. The first reason is who's hungrier. I think the answer to who's hungrier is definitely the Cowboys. I think Dak is hungry to get back on the field. I think Zeke is so hungry, he's got a literal feed me tattoo. I think Mike McCarthy is hungry. I think Dan Quinn and the entire defense is hungry. And you might say, but Wilds, that's just too simplistic. That doesn't matter. It does matter, and it has mattered, Broussard. After the Patriots beat the Falcons, we put down a banner, and Hall of Famer Julian Edelman came out with a Lombardi trophy, and everybody was happy. Oh, what else do we have to do? Oh, yeah, we got to play the Chiefs. And guess what happened? Alex Smith, aerial attack. We gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter, and we lost the game. Tom Brady's like, after the game, Tom Brady said, we need to play with a championship mentality every game. Bill Belichick was like, we kind of let down. So there was an emotional letdown. I could see it happening again. The other thing is this. The Cowboys defense has got a lot of new guys on it. You got Micah Parsons out there. We don't know how he's going to look. At least 4 new starters, at least. There might be more depending what happens. So if you're telling me the Bucs are bringing back all 22 guys, like, all right, I don't think there's going to be a ton of surprises with what the Bucs do. But just like the Chiefs surprised the Patriots, who threw in some new wrinkles a few years ago, I think Dan Quinn will have some surprises up his sleeve to throw at Brady, just throw him off a little bit. And the fact that they're hungrier, throw a few surprises and throw a little bit of wacky weather in there. Cowboys win 24-21.
Wiles, you stunned me.
Hey, it's out
and
there.
you've opened up the door. Since I joined you guys permanently, I haven't had the opportunity to say this. I've been waiting. I'm gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked by what you just said, Kevin Wiles. There is no way.
A weekend.
Zero, zilch, none. That's how much of an opportunity or chance Dallas has of winning this game. They're not winning it. I'm willing to guarantee that the Cowboys do not win this game. I'm only a hair away from guaranteeing it's a rout. All right, the Cowboys are not ready to start the season against the best team in football, at least the defending Super Bowl champions. Nick already mentioned Dak Prescott's first snap since breaking his ankle is against one of the best defenses in the league. Zach Martin, one of the premier linemen on offense, is now out. The entire offensive unit for the Cowboys did not play one snap in the preseason, Wilds. Not a game, not even a series, not one play together. All right, they are not ready. And now you got Tom Brady with this newfound mobility. Oh, it could be ugly, Wilds. Here's what I'll say.
Newfound mobility.
Here's the silver lining. Here's the silver lining for the Cowboys. It's only week 1. Zach Martin will be back, and their schedule lightens up tremendously after week 2. So it will not ruin their season by any means. But they're in for it. And I would say this to Cowboys fans. If they play Tampa Bay close, and I don't mean, the game is in doubt in the fourth quarter close. I mean 32-24, legit 32-24, something like that. Then, Nick, I think Cowboys fans and the Cowboys themselves should feel good about that because they are not winning this game.
Wow.
I agree with most of what you said. 2 quick points before we move on. I want to throw one of them in the Wilds. First one is, this is the first segment of the week. I can tell how fired up Chris Broussard is talking NFL footballs. We're going to be doing that all week long. With that said, we have 39, if my math is correct, it usually is, 39 more segments to get us through this week. Someone get my man Broussard some warm tea and lemon because you're so excited. The voices are...
Okay, we can leave it there. So the question is, are they right? Is Chris Broussard right that the Cowboys have no chance in hell? I'm not going to go there with that because I remember they said similar things back in 2012 when the New York Giants were coming off, of course, their second Super Bowl win, Eli Manning being that great quarterback at that time. They were looking at it saying Eli Manning, still young in his career, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and that defense that they had with the New York Giants. And you looked at that and said, the Cowboys, they got no chance against them. And yet, that season opener, the Cowboys won. So don't give up the ship yet. We've got a lot of time between now and then. We have, as they put it, and I like the way they were putting it about, we have hungry guys. I think the Cowboys have heard for so long this offseason that they have no chance to win this game, that the bigger thing to work about is that the Cowboys get up for this game. They come out, they beat Tampa Bay, and then they all of a sudden relax and think, we got this. But you got to understand, every week, every game, every practice, you have to be out there fully focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is winning. We got a lot to go on through this week. It'll be a short week, but I don't know about you. I am ready to get this thing on. I still, without Zach Martin, I know the trolls have been in here basically saying, oh, he's going to walk it back now. Now he's going to start making excuses. He's not going to pick the Cowboys anymore. Well, it would be understandable if I were to say, oh, without Zach Martin, of course, and start making excuses. But see, I'm going to stand by what I said. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I still believe the Dallas Cowboys have a good chance to win this game, and I believe they will. With that being said, I hope you guys don't forget tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, our live stream here. We'll be breaking down everything that is for the Cowboys. We'll definitely get our notes and stuff from practice, find out like they were talking about, and this is the worry. This was the last weekend where the NFL, other than the Cowboys and Tampa Bay, which practiced yesterday and today, all the other teams were off this weekend. And that was a chance for guys to say, this is the last weekend before this marathon of an NFL season kicks in. Let's go have some fun. And now the worry is guys coming back, of course, having COVID. We'll see if there's a big spike today, tomorrow, and the next day. Let's hope not, because I'm trying to get this NFL season in. And with that being said, you know how we roll.
Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is